Welcome everyone to our 2021 review and our 2022 outlook. It's always a great idea to look into the future, to chart your path to a goal that is both important and exciting. However, before we do that, it's best to take a look at the recent past to see how we've done and what progress we've made. So let's do a quick review of some of our highlights worldwide during this past year. Of course, it's been a full year when most of the world has been focused on COVID-19. Fortunately, the data seems to indicate that the virus is becoming less dangerous and that people are doing more to keep themselves healthy and strong. Still, the year has been difficult for business worldwide because of the pandemic. The good news for us is that Unicity has grown globally during 2021. In fact, some of our largest markets have had record growth. We are seeing 20 to even 50% growth in some of our large and well-developed markets. And in some of our small and emerging markets, we've seen even bigger growth. This is wonderful, and we are grateful. Certainly grateful for the hard work and the focused talent which has been demonstrated by our leaders and employees worldwide making this success possible. One of our consistent goals as a company is to strengthen our strengths and make our weaknesses irrelevant or harmless. Every business has strengths and weaknesses. Unsuccessful businesses are distracted by their weaknesses, and through their focus on those weaknesses, they actually cause them to grow. And by their neglect of their strengths, they cause their strengths to shrink. Over time, this bad strategy causes the business itself to become irrelevant or even completely out of business. The successful companies do just the opposite. Their strategy is to find a way to strengthen their strengths and to make their weaknesses not be as damaging as they might otherwise be. As we look at our global business, we've focused on our strengths, and our overall growth and our most important metric was up by 20% year over year. This means that our stronger markets did very well, and our weaker markets were limited in their damage. Think about it, 20% global growth in 2021, a year in which many businesses couldn't even keep their doors open. We are grateful. In North America, we launched the Feel Great membership program. It is still early days for this strategy, but already we are seeing astonishing growth among those young leaders who have embraced it. One leader has grown by 2,000% in the 12 months ending this past December. The Feel Great membership program is not only changing for the better thousands of customers' lives, it is also causing the leaders who embrace it to have the growth that will take them to million-dollar earner status. In Korea, it just continues to roll. The fourth quarter in 2021 was one of the best quarters in our Korean market history. We saw a new crown diamond, a new triple diamond, 2 new double diamonds, and several new diamonds. We also broke ground for a new and huge manufacturing facility in Korea just outside of Seoul. I was able to attend that groundbreaking with many of our Chairman's Club members. It was a wonderful experience. This, by the way, is the first major manufacturing facility owned and operated by a non-Korean company ever. We're grateful to the Korean government for allowing us this opportunity to expand our capacity in Korea and surrounding markets by over 10x. In Japan, we opened another office, a beautiful office in the most prestigious part of Tokyo, the Ginza area. We have seen great growth in Japan, both in terms of new President's Club members and in new diamonds and in overall revenue. We're excited about Japan. Vietnam is growing very fast. We have some of the strongest and most aggressive, talented leaders I've ever had the privilege to work with there in Vietnam. They are leading the way by example every day. Unfortunately, Vietnam's had some of the toughest lockdown requirements in the world, but our leaders just find a way to keep building and keep lifting. I'm very proud of them. We've opened new offices in Ho Chi Minh City and in Hanoi. We expect to see an even bigger growth in 2022 in Vietnam. In Cambodia, we have a new double diamond and other diamonds who have emerged as great leaders, even though they're very young people. And we're very focused on seeing that performance continue. Thailand's also seen growth in 2021. We're excited about that, and we expect it to continue in 2022. India has finally approved Unimate for sale in country. This has taken a long time, but we're grateful to finally have this product available in this great country. Our newest diamond in India is really getting his duplication going well through his own son, who is now in his second month as qualifying as a presidential director. In Europe and the Middle East, we have seen a great outcome in our Feel Great test with over 400% growth in just a few months. We're also seeing some very strong growth in France and in Belgium. December was the best month in about 4 years for Europe, for Unicity. So we're excited about what's going on in Europe. Well, that's a very brief overview of 2021, so let's turn our attention now to 2022. The company has been preparing for a major increase in growth for several years now. We've built 3 new manufacturing facilities in the past 36 months, and we have 2 more coming online in the next 24 months. By the end of 2022, we'll have increased our internal manufacturing capacity by 10x. As we have grown, we've become increasingly concerned about supply chain interruptions, and the COVID pandemic has only made us more convinced that our strategy of controlling our products from seed to sachet is the right thing to do. We are driven to build win-win relationships with our growers and every other step from the ground up to the finished product. Because we started this strategy before the pandemic, we have not been hit by the shortages so many of our competitors have been struck with and have struggled by and been damaged by. We expect to see more problems in the world as COVID continues, as it winds down, but fortunately we believe that we are so well positioned that we can achieve our goals, which are to increase at an even greater growth rate than we did in 2021. We know that we will have some of our big leaders who will double their business or even triple their business in 2022. We will have some of the younger leaders who will do much, much more, maybe as much as 10x or even 20x. Yes, that is very much possible, and for some in 2022, it will definitely happen. As a company, we've set our sights to a 2x growth in 2022. It's a little crazy to try and double a company as big as Unicity has become. But my mindset has always been that if your goals don't scare you a little, you are setting goals that are too small. We have the capacity to sustain that kind of growth and even more. We continue to be debt-free and very strong financially. We don't have to worry about banks or Wall Street or Silicon Valley private equity players trying to push us into making short-term decisions that will hurt the long term for the distributors. We have no outsiders to worry about at all. We may be the only company our size with this kind of freedom and this kind of commitment to grow our business in the best way for each of our leaders. Each of you has your own goals to consider and to choose and then to achieve. I will only give you this advice: think big. We can support you. The products will deliver the results you need them to deliver. The world needs you, and it needs our support to get well and to feel great. Thanks to each of you for a great year in 2021, and may 2022 be your best year